Today we're building this beautiful lake house just set in the middle of a lake. Lots of wood, lots of plants, looks very natural. I really like it and it was a lot of fun to build actually. So I've just started with this kind of big crater of water in the middle of the land. If you're doing this, you kind of want a bigger plot of land. I think this is 30 by 40, but maybe ideally 50 by 50. It just depends how big you want the house and how big you want the surrounding area. You want to just build another piece of land in the middle just to build your house onto. So I've got quite a small piece of land because we've gone for a tiny house, unsurprisingly. So this is, I think, a 100 tile house. So we've got 2 floors. We've got the downstairs and the upstairs. So upstairs we've got the bedroom, and then we've also got a little conservatory just filled with some plants. And then downstairs we've managed to squeeze in the bathroom, a little kitchen area, and a little kind of sitting area. So I try to use as much wood as possible and different variations of wood just to kind of make it look like, you know, it's been built here and recently it's kind of been put together. It's maybe a bit more eco-friendly rather than brand new woods. It's repurposed wood. So I end up using quite a bit out of the Eco Living pack. I also really loved these windows from the Moschino pack, is it? I think they worked so well in this build. And I think it just looks so nice as well with the open windows, and especially in the summer, it just, oh, you just look at it and you feel like, oh, there's a nice breeze coming through. It just really helps you imagine what it'd be like to live there. So I didn't really like the bathroom as much. I didn't like the layout of it, but I don't know. I don't really know what I'd do to change it. I didn't want to make it any bigger. I wanted it to be small and just next to the stairs. And I wanted to include a bath. I always like including a bath in my small builds just to try and, I don't know, make it a little bit more luxurious. It's always nice to be able to squeeze a bath into small builds. It just, I don't know, it feels nice. And I personally would like a nice bath. So there's no sink in there, but I add in the shower just because, I don't know, only having a bath in The Sims is really frustrating and it's not good for gameplay, so shower as well. And then this kitchen, I think the kitchen looks so nice. I would absolutely love this kitchen in real life in this build. It just, I don't know, just the little seating area of the bar stools. It looks so good. Imagine sitting there with the sunlight coming through the window in the morning, having your breakfast, just getting ready to start the day. I love it so much. We've got the living space as well, just a nice little area to sit and chill. You've got the fire, you've got a little nice cozy looking chair in the corner with some books and a lamp. I feel like on a nice cool evening just to put the fire on for a little bit before bed, sit and read your book, and I feel like it's such a nice relaxing house. And I think the bedroom looks nice as well with the windows and the way the light comes through. And so we've got 2 balconies in this house. Well, 2. Yeah. I don't know, what's the downstairs bit, like a porchy bit? I don't know, but we've got 2 of these balconies. We've got one downstairs, one upstairs, and kind of just filled with plants and hobby items, build up your skills, and it would be fun to do in real life. And I put some planters out and around as well because I figured if you're living in the middle of the lake by yourself, you probably don't see that many people, or maybe you'd like to keep to yourself a bit. I don't know, I probably would. I'd be like, oh yes, stay off my little island. You probably live a bit far from civilization, so you probably try and reduce the amount you go to the shops. So lots of planters to grow lots of food. I know it doesn't really matter in The Sims, you can just order food and travel around easier, but I always try and think a bit more practically with my build about how I'd live in them in real life. So I definitely figured some planters and some like patches to grow food out outside would definitely be a good idea. And you know, it's just more skill building for your Sims. And if they are lonely, because maybe they live here by themselves and they don't like to go out and talk to people, they can just talk to their plants. What more do you need? Just have a little chat with your plants and then just chill for the rest of the day. So I never really built a pond before. I just built really small ponds and then just put some lily pads in it and then some overgrown bushes around the outside. So this felt a little bit intimidating because it's quite a large body of water and I was like, oh, I just don't know how to make it look not empty but then not too full. I like it in the end. I think it looks really good. We've kind of got all the algae growing up. We've got some lily pads, you know, you've got tadpoles. You can see lots of frogs coming. I love frogs. They're my favourite animal and I couldn't imagine anything better than sitting on the edge of the lake just watching all of the tadpoles. So just tried to add a lot of dirt as well, again, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. If you do want to enhance your build a bit, make sure you're adding in dirt around trodden paths or under bushes or under areas where, like, you know, that you wouldn't have much grass growth, so like maybe under some chairs. Really helps. I added some moss and some rocks underneath the water. I don't know if it looks silly or not. I was hoping it would add a little bit more depth, but I don't know if it looks a bit weird. So I'm just going out and bulking out the rest of the pond. And I'm so grateful for people that upload debug items and just whole groups of items to the gallery. It makes life so much easier. So I downloaded like bunches of pond plants. You can just search, you can just type in like pond plant or debug plants, and some lovely kind people have put up rooms of plants and other debug items, so it's easier to get. You can kind of get anything, paintings, clutter items, and yeah, it makes life so much easier rather than trying to go back and forth like, I want this one here and that one there, and then you can't find it again. You've got to scroll through the whole of debug. It really is a lifesaver. So I also really wanted to clutter up the kitchen because, as I said, I feel like if you lived here, you wouldn't be going out loads to do loads of shopping all the time. You'd want to keep stuff stocked in, especially have lots of like canned and jarred and preserved foods if you can, especially in case of emergencies and you couldn't get out. So I wanted to make it look like they've kind of got a lot in. And I thought it'd be cute to have on the side, like kind of making it look like they've just got home with their shopping, they're just making a sandwich before maybe they go out into the garden and do some bits. So I mean, you will have to, when you're playing, all of that food will go off, so you'll have to just delete it. And that's also the only counter that you can use to prep stuff on, so you kind of need that counter, but I think it looks cute just to load in with and just to, you know, see. And also some of the items I use to decorate the to decorate in the shelves, they go off, so they'll need putting in the fridge or deleting when they go off, but everything's kind of near the front and easy to remove, so I didn't really think about that when I was building it. I was like, it just looks nice, so I'll just add it all in and just clutter it up, and then I was like, oh no, all of this food goes off. Which is a bit of a pain. And also underneath the sink, I didn't realise, because the shelves were there and you can automatically put stuff on it, I didn't realise if you had stuff under the sink then you couldn't use the sink, so I've also moved all of the items from under the sink to the other shelf, so under the sink looks a bit bare, but if you want to be able to use the sink, that's what we've got to do. I tried to use plants that you usually see around a pond, so like all of the kind of reeds and different grasses and lily pads, and then just things you'd see kind of growing a bit more naturally, so longer grasses, some different coloured grasses and some different bushes. And I also tried to use some bushes and the patches of like kind of the grass with the flowers, tried to use them from the same world, so we're in Henford and Bagley at the moment, just to try and make it match in a little bit with the area. So if you did want it to match in the most with the area, then you'd want it in Henford and Bagley, but obviously you can put it anywhere you like. And again, saviours, people uploading all of the jams that you can get onto the gallery. It's so good. I think the jams look so cute, the little labels, I don't know, it just looks nice. It fits the kitchen. Yeah, and then I ended up having some technical difficulties, so I'd added in all of these plants and I'd added in some extra planters on top to make it look a bit more overgrown. I added in all the kind of plants on the outside and on the 2 balcony bits and inside in the bedroom and in the conservatory. So I thought I'd just quickly show them off so you could see which plants I've actually added in a bit easier. Because unfortunately I did lose all of that footage, but that's okay. It's just decorating it nicely with plants, then just going through and decorating other little bits where I can. Again, more plants, hanging items. You'd have to really love plants to live here to deal with all the plants inside and outside. And then just kind of more clutter items, really, just trying to make it look cluttered and lived in, but not overly cluttered. Because, yeah, it's a small house, so you'd probably want it to feel not too cluttered. Just adding in all the essentials. A tea kettle, obviously. It's very much needed. And then, yeah, I think the bedroom looks really cute. There's also some curtains in the bedroom and some drapes, which look nice. I wanted to add in some clothes storage, so I added in the small chest of drawers. But unfortunately, if you have 2 Sims, one, you can't walk around to that side of the bed. You'd have to push the chest of drawers in either really into the wall, or you'd have to delete the chest of drawers. But either way, it's kind of fine. I mean, you don't really need chest of drawers to make it, you don't need it. It's The Sims. So now we move on to our lovely Maeve, who's, waking up in the morning, watching the ducks. That'd be so nice, waking up and just seeing that view. Getting up in the morning, having some cereal with the sunlight coming through the window. Although, I actually think it's nighttime here, so maybe she's just having some evening cereal. And then, I don't know, a relaxing day. What do? You're not working, so you just play chess and do some painting. Like, just imagine those views and just being able to paint or sit outside and read a book and just garden. Oh, it would be absolutely beautiful. Why would you ever want to leave your little mini lake island? You could watch the ducks, make friends with them, feed them, become best friends with the ducks. I'd end up with ducks accidentally in my house all the time. I would make friends with all of the animals in the area. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching this build on this lake house. Hopefully you might want to try making a lake house as well. It is nice, it's fun to make. So thank you for watching. If you want to see more Sims content, especially tiny houses and micro homes, please subscribe. And if you like this video, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.